You have everything that you need for the descriptions, and now just whenever we have time, we'll just schedule. And I'm not saying every time we have to do 2 hours. That's a lot, but it's good to get a good start on this, just to get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
And especially now, we don't have to do intros. We can just get right into it. And I know you were like, "Hey, 2030." It doesn't have less information. It's also the start of a decade, and start of decades, you've got to get into like every country with their like initiatives and stuff. But 2031 should be less than 2030. Same with 2032. And then as I think once we get to 2060 or something, they start to get smaller and smaller.
I don't know, but I'm not seeing your post. Maybe my Twitter is stupid again. I don't
Um,
know what happened.
it's showing I reposted it. Let me check my timeline to make sure it's there.
Yeah. You reposted. Yeah. Sorry.
That's okay. So it's showing up for you now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe, just maybe, when we are meet, this is the one of the greatest meetup in history on the world.
Perhaps, but Doug.
Right now, I am going to do that our grip for Reddit.
Oh, yeah. So the Reddits. If I were you, well, do whatever you want, but just exactly that you can use the exact same title and the exact same description that we have, and just make that the post with your link.
Like, no. I am going for the videos from our first podcast, and I'm gonna put that on the Reddit.
Okay. Um, why don't you do them in order from like your first one, like in chronological order?
I am like okay, so I am in our episode, and the website give me options. What I want to to work with.
I get that. I'm saying if I were you, your Reddit is completely blank. You go in and you put the first podcast you ever did as your first post. And then the second one that you ever did as your second post. And the third one, and the fourth one, and the fifth one. And I was like number 25 or something.
Yeah. Your episode, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
do number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do those first.
So you don't tell me do not put that first episode what we did about future there yet.
Not yet. No, do it when we go when we're up to my number. Do all your early ones first. Then it's like a library.
Okay.
When you go to the library, it's very organized, right?
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, here's number 25 is number one. Okay, that doesn't make sense. Number one should be number one.
Okay.
Make sense?
What about LinkedIn?
LinkedIn, you do whatever you want to do there.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Oh my god. You are a really interesting person.
Thank you, my friend.
Okay, I have a best question
Wait.
you ever heard.
Wait, hold on. You know who tells me that a lot?
What?
Women. Women tell me that all the time. Hold on a second. I know. We have a new friend here. What's up, Light 7 here? How are you? Oh, you're from YouTube? You're really hard to hear. Tony, are you live on YouTube right now?
Oh,
Wait, Tony, can you hear Lightyear?
well, I can hear him very bad.
Yeah. Can you
Very
turn?
bad.
Can you talk closer into the microphone, Lightyear? Lightyear, how'd you find out about me, my friend? Oh, you saw my live stream on YouTube? Oh, amazing. Do you see how many live streams I have going? Okay, here, if you want to see it, at the top of this Discord, there's a red circle that says 24/7 YouTube streams. There's a link in there. It it'll take you to YouTube and it'll show you all the different places you can view me all on YouTube. I'm all live right now. Have you ever seen someone on so many different lives? Yeah, so you should see like 15 live accounts right there. Yeah, exactly. It's a huge amount. And I'm live on more than that just on YouTube. And then I'm live on Rumble, and I'm live on Twitter, and I'm live on Twitch, and I'm live on a lot of different places. So you were just going through YouTube and you were like, hey, here's somebody who says come to my Discord. Oh yeah, I am. Yeah. Type in Rabbi Rothschild into Twitch and you'll see I'm live on like 10 different Twitches. Just type RABBI. Yeah, do you see? There's like a bunch of them. Yeah, exactly. And I've got more than that, but they are under different names. So yeah, like I stream differently than anybody else. So you were just randomly going through YouTube and you saw me streaming. Is that how it happened? Oh, okay. So you didn't hear me on a podcast or anything, right? That's okay. So do you mind if I tell you about myself? Excellent. Well, I'm Rabbi Rothschild. It's a pleasure to meet you. I stream my life 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for world peace. As you can tell, I'm live on a lot of different accounts, 24 hours a day. I've been doing this light year. How long do you think I've been doing this? Take a guess. Very close, yeah, about 5 years. So I have more data archived on the internet than any person ever, which is a huge amount. I've been doing this since the pandemic. And data is Earth's number one resource. And I have more data archived on the internet than any person ever, which I'd like in the future when I get known and go viral. I'd like to make you and everyone who's helped me along the way financially independent if you're not already. I want to make sure that you're able to start charities and philanthropic organizations of your own. How does that sound? Lightyear, how does that sound? Well, I hope it sounds good to you. So you're always welcome in here. I'm live 24 hours a day. I have some people who live alongside me in here. Brandon lives alongside me in here. We have some of our other friends who spend a huge amount of their day in here. We've got our friend Reverend Andrew. He's sleeping in here. We've got Zoot, who is checking in from Oceania. We've got Tony, who's checking in from Europe. So we have a very diverse group of individuals, and you're always welcome. Oh yeah, Lo-Fi Lady. That's a bot that's in here. You can see below here, I have a lot of different voice channels, including 24/7 uh, radio stations, and you can hear lo-fi music in there. We do have women in here though. Some in particular who who sleep in here. They're currently out and about right now, but very diverse. The only thing that we ask is that you're at least 18 years old. Are you at least 18 years old? What did you say? Pardon me? Um, I mean, they're not like made for kids necessarily, but we do. Yeah, they're not like there's no nudity or anything like that. So if I may ask, like you're at least 18 years old. Okay, excellent. Then that's all I care about. So yeah, and we watch sports in here. We watch movies in here. We play games in here. So you're welcome to live in here if you want to. So do you have any questions, Lightyear? Not now. Okay. Well, if you do, let me know, and I'll be happy to help you. What's going on, Zoo? What'd you say? What's your new game?
Wikipedia Vagrants.
Okay, what is that?
It's a website where you get Wikipedia link, and you have to go from one Wikipedia link to another.
Okay, I absolutely love it.
Do you love it?
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Yes, Vagrant.
Yeah, definitely. Tony, you still there, big dog?
Of course.
Okay, excellent. Um, so in terms of you've got the description, you got everything that you need. I don't know when we'll do another one. Probably not tomorrow, but definitely maybe by the weekend we'll do some. And then we just keep grinding it out, okay?
Yep.
Excellent. Okay.
Do you think that you guys will come back?
You never know. I get some people who are like, "Oh yeah, I'll live in here," and then they never come back. And then I get some people who just pop in for like Brandon. Brandon popped in for a second when he first started, and then little by little he brought more and more accounts in. I didn't talk with Brandon for like the first 2 weeks. He was just in here, and then one day I was like, "Hey, how are you? What?" And I asked, like, "Do you know anything about me, or do you mind if I tell you about myself?" And then I got to know Brandon, and Brandon's been in here 24 hours a day for more than a year. Aside from my accounts, he's the number one streamer in here. And if you combine all of his accounts, he's the number one streamer all time.
No. Like they are bigger streamers than him.
I can tell you this: Discord tells you how much you stream over the course of a year. Every December, it does a wrap up, and I can tell you myself, I'm not in the top 1%. I'm not in the top 0.1%. I'm in the top 0.01%. And Brandon streams as much as I do in here and in other Discords. And Brandon does it with more accounts in here. So you may.
So he is better than you.
Well, here's the thing. I stream more, but I don't do it from as many accounts, just on Discord. I mean, I'm live on YouTube and all kinds of other places. Right here, Brandon's live on 5 different channels. More than that, 6 different channels.
Yeah. Well, history.
Yeah, so if you combine Brandon over the course of 1 year, he puts out about 6 years worth of time that he archived. I only put out two, but Brandon isn't live streaming himself on YouTube, and I am on like 15 different channels.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I was like saying, if Robbie is going to say he is better than him, I was like waiting for this.
You know that's not going to happen. You know that's not going to happen. Absolutely not. I'm the best. Tony, if you're going to learn anything about me, I'm the best. I told Zoot this morning that I'm the best. He knows it. You know it. Everybody knows it.
But I can beat you in football, in chess. I can beat you with other stuff. So you are best here, but in the real world, I don't know.
All I care about is who streams the best, and I stream better than anybody.
I know you are best.
Yeah, at streaming at least. Okay, so what's on your agenda? Didn't you say you were going to bed? Not yet. It's still early.
Me?
Yeah, you're gonna be doing some editing, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do some editing and I'm gonna do finally that Fiverr today. Finally we did guy. And yeah,
Okay, excellent. And Zoot, when are you gonna be on Tony's podcast?
I don't know.
Okay,
Zoo is waiting for 1 million subscribers
no,
and
no,
then he
no,
want to be the
no. Zoot does podcasts that are much smaller than that. Zoot does podcasts that aren't even on YouTube or Spotify. He does like Instagram podcasts, so he'll do yours. Don't worry.
Instagram podcast.
Yeah.
Interesting.
How many followers do you have on Instagram, Tony?
Not much. I'm like 156.
Okay, there you go. But how many followers do you have on LinkedIn?
Oh, LinkedIn, I have almost 6,000.
Okay, that's double the amount of people who Zoot did a podcast with. So
On LinkedIn, I have 5,080, I think.
okay, so Zoot, why don't you start making plans? Let's see here. Zoot, if you were going to schedule a podcast, would around this time be a good time?
No.
Okay, when would be a good time for you?
Oh,
Okay, so Tony, 12 hours from now, not saying, but like 12 hours from now, would that be a good time for you to do a podcast?
What time will be 12 hours from now? I need to I need to check. Wait. Wait. I'm not good in mathematics.
I mean, what time is it where you are right now?
17, 17.
Okay, so then that would be 7 a. That would be like 7 a.m. in the morning.
I can do that.
Okay, he could do that. So I'm not saying anything for sure, but just we're planting the seed in Zoot's head because Zoot's a big time comedian, and we want to hear how funny Zoot is. And then we're gonna get, and then we're gonna get Reverend Andrew on there, and Reverend Andrew's gonna talk your ear off about all kinds of stuff. So.
Well, even Zoot can make fun of me on my podcast.
No, Zoot.
Even I gonna let him do that.
Zoot won't make fun of you. Zoot's a nice guy. Okay. And
Rabbi, do you want to go to Wikipedia's favorites?
no. I don't want to do that. I've got other stuff that I have to do.
In the future?
Oh yeah, definitely. But play Tony. Play Tony right now.
What do you? Well, I don't understand Zoot. You need to. Okay, tell me like I'm stupid, retard, 3 years ago.
Tony. The way that we say this in English is explain to me like I'm 5.
Okay.
So Zoot, explain.
So,
Okay, so send him the link and then go play him.
No, I want to find you guys.
You don't get to play me. You have to go through Tony to get to
No,
me.
I got it.
You have to go through Tony to get to me.
Yeah, but English isn't his first language, and this is exactly when you need to know how to do English.
That's true. That's very legitimate. Okay, well, we'll see. Play him in the Czech version. I bet he'll beat you then.
okay, you know what Zoot we are going to play in Chinese.
Oh, Zoot will play you in chess. Hold on, Zoot will play you in chess. Zoot plays chess. Tony, send him an invite on Discord. I'll watch.
Do you really want to play chess?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Okay.
Send him the invite. Zoot will play chess with you.
Okay. Chess.com. Let's go.
No, not chess.com. No, Discord. Just send him an invite in Discord right here.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay. Do you see at the bottom where it says applications? Next.
I am on my phone.
Yeah, I know on your phone. On your phone, there's like, it says, here, I'll tell you. Are you on an iOS device or Android?
Android.
Okay. Do you see at, apologies.
Oh,
Calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down. Okay,
but like your voice, I can hear twice sometimes.
I know you can.
Thank you, sir.
I know you can. Calm down. Okay, pull up on your screen. Do you see it says activities? At the very bottom, you swipe up and it says activities.
No.
Okay, Zoot, just start a game, Zoot. Zoot knows how to do it. He'll start a chess game and then you just go in there and join him.
No, I'm good.
Zoot, you're
I just got from X to 4 links.
Okay, no one is paying attention to that right now. Just Zoot, send him an invite. It'll take 5 minutes. This guy plays speed chess.
I'm good.
Zoot,
I'm going to bed.
oh,
You there?
get out of here. Take care, Zoot.
I'll be back. We'll play Wikipedia State on tomorrow. You'll play with you tomorrow.
Baby, I'm the best. You know it.
Why he's not wanting to play with Little Tony?
He doesn't know you well enough. He is,
Shy.
he's shy. Yeah, exactly. But I have some people who will play with you, and we'll get, hopefully, Reverend Andrew to play with you. We'll get you.
In the future, you can be added in Chess League. In the future.
I can be edited in Chess League?
Yeah.
Perhaps.
You know I have a Chess League.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Have you still kept your streak going of 1,000 games?
Yes. Yes.
That's good. Even when you were having trouble living places?
Of course. Every day.
Good on you. And you play on your phone?
Yes.
That's phenomenal, big dog.
I am on 1,037 days.
That's phenomenal. Wow, we've known each other some time.
Yeah.
I remember when we first met. I was like, this person, they're gonna think I'm weird. They think I'm weird. They don't recognize I'm too cool for school. And I was like, when you came in here, it was something like, oh, if you come in here, we're gonna be friends for the rest of our lives. Like, I at least felt that way. Like, oh, once they're in the Discord, this person has no idea. All the other podcasts they've done, those people leave their lives immediately. But mine, I'm gonna be on this person like white on rice.
Yes, that's true. That's true. So you was like, what you was thinking before we did first ever episode or after we did first ever episode?
I knew I could teach you a lot because you're young and inexperienced, and especially when it comes to social media, I'm in many ways the world's foremost expert in some things. And it was like, oh, he doesn't have a link tree. Oh, he doesn't have a logo. that's like consistent. Oh, like there were these, like his description needs work. English isn't his first language, so I could probably help him with his vocabulary. And so I just saw that like you were someone who I could help. And if you would be open to it, I'm sure that we could potentially be good friends. And did I think you would be in here as much as you are? No, I didn't. But I'm overjoyed that you are. I love that we're really good friends, and that more than anything, I'm glad that we're doing this Futurism podcast together. Like, honestly, I could care less about the other four that we did. They were, frankly, not my best work. The the Futurism podcast that we're doing is both of our best work. It takes a lot of work. It's not always that interesting. It's a lot of work to reach 2 hours straight, or today like 2.5 hours. But we know that like we'll be able to send this to uh, Reverend Andrew, and he'll have like a whole year to go through, and it'll be really interesting.
Yeah. So like, did you ever do episode with someone and after that they go immediately on your stream? Or this was the first time?
Yeah, I have. Usually, when I do an episode with someone, they do what you do, which is they say, "Let's do a series together." If they're not a really big podcaster, if they're like, if they have under 10,000 viewers or whatever subscribers, a lot of times they'll like. I did one in April. The guy and I talked, and he wanted to do a 5-part series with me, and somebody else we did a 3-part series. And I've had other people who were like, I had one guy who was like, I want to have you on every 2 weeks, but his job got busy, and I understand that. But I do get a lot of people who want to have me on more regularly, and then they say, of just about everyone I say, they say, if something comes up and you want to be on again, let me know. And then I say to them, hey, 1 year from now, let's do this again. I'd like to make sure that we continue like a timeline every year. And they're generally very open to that.
But like they are not in the Discord server.
No, a lot of people, it's a different world. They don't know, they don't do Discord. Discord's really a big thing for gamers. And
No. I am like on your stream. They are not talking like I am talking.
no, I mean,
They just do episode.
yeah, I mean, like they're married, they're professionals, they have children, they don't have time to be spending their whole lives on the internet. They basically get paid to podcast, and then when they're done podcasting, they don't want to be on the internet. They want to be playing with their kids or, spending time with their spouse, and I get that. Like if you had a wife and children, when you were done with your podcast, you wouldn't be on Discord. You would go, or if you had like a 40-hour-a-week job, and that's what a lot of these people do.
But I am young. Still young.
That's exactly right. You don't have a job. If you had a job, you wouldn't be in here right now. You'd be at your job, right?
But like I will be here still when I'm done my job.
Well, and I do get people who do that. But many of them are like they may not be so big into podcasting. Like one of the guys who the first guy I did a podcast with this year in April, he's like 77 years old or something. He doesn't do Discord. Some of the other people, they're not very big into Discord, to be honest with you. Discord is really big for people who are into Discord, but people who don't do Discord, they don't like it. I get some people like, I just don't like Discord because I don't like the name. It sounds strange to me. It's Discord. It's like disorganized. And I was that way when I first started too. People would say, Rabbi, you need a Discord. And I would be like, I don't know what that is. And even if I did, I don't like the name of it. Frankly, I don't like the name of Twitch. Twitch is not a good thing in terms of behavior. It means you like move without a conscious knowledge of what you're doing. It's like a twitch. It's something that like is a nervous thing. I don't like that. I like confidence. And the fact that it's called Twitch, I haven't really ever liked, but it is what it is.
What is the one thing you're surprised about me?
Um, there's a lot, so I'm trying to think exactly what I would say. You're very consistent. The thing that the fact that you've done the the chess as much as you have is impressive. Um, you 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 like to know people's opinions on you. That's not a good or a bad thing. You just like to judge how people feel about you. You very much compare yourself to other people, which is a natural thing to do, but isn't always healthy. You um, you you care a lot about what you're doing in terms of your podcast. You take advice very well, I would say. You don't always listen perfectly, but no one does. But if you're told two or three times, you'll get it done. Like that's the thing I would say. That's a hard thing to surmise with someone. If I tell you once to do something, you're like, okay, that's a good idea. If I tell you two or three times, you're like, okay, I've got it on my list. I'll get it done. Like creating a BitChute account, you did that. Or I tell you, like for instance, I gave you that big list of all that social media you need to create. You need to create. You haven't done it all yet. I understand that, but you will. Like I just have to keep telling you about it, and you will eventually get that all done. That's all very impressive. Um, the fact that you still are young and you still make mistakes, like what? Um, like you're not as careful with some things as you should be, but again, that comes with age and wisdom. Like I didn't always. I'm not saying I'm perfect at it either, but I didn't always have the knowledge that I have today. It comes with experience. Um, but you're getting a lot, like literally in just the time that we've gotten to know each other, you have gotten graduate level social media experience just by learning on how this stuff works. Am I wrong?
True, true. That's true.
And frankly, I don't give you enough credit. English is not your first language, and you have to translate in your head everything that I'm saying, and then be able to respond back, and that's really difficult. Um, you are you have proven to me that you are the thing that I would say that makes me think that you're going to be successful, believe it or not, is your chess longevity. To say that you can do something every day is very rare, especially in the modern age, and the fact that you've been doing it is amazing. But the fact that we do a podcast for 2.5 hours and you're not like, I can't stop, just stop. I can't do this anymore. Like you, I mean, after like 1 hour, I'm like, okay, you ready to do the next year? And you're like, yep, let's do it. Like you and I both know that it's not fun. I don't like reading for an entire hour or 2 hours. It's a lot of work. And it's not easy reading. These are like really difficult to pronounce countries and chemicals and things like that. However, we both recognize the value of this information to future generations. The fact that you see the vision is incredible. Uh, that's an amazing aspect of yours, and an amazing characteristic of yours. You see visions very well, and not everybody does. Some people are very close-minded to what they see, but you see, if there were somebody, for just our sake, if there were somebody who had been live streaming their life on the internet for 40 years at this point, they would be a very famous person. It just takes time. More and more that you do it, the more and more people find out about you, the more and more interaction that you're going to get, all of those things. And you recognize the vision. That's how I feel, and that's what I'm doing. Uh, I would say that you are uh, really good at. You're very personable, and that's good. Like you're easy to get along with. There are sometimes people who come in here, and I don't know if they're going to get along, and frankly, they haven't had a clash yet, but I know they will, and I have to step in and say, "Hey, be nicer" or whatever. But like I don't have to worry about that with you. You've got a very good demeanor. Um, so like in those terms, I think you're really a wonderful person. You're gonna make a really great catch as a boyfriend in the future to some girl and as a spouse to somebody. That's just a matter of time. Um, I would say you're you get distracted easily, but we all do. And you can work on your accountability. When you say, I'll be back in 20 minutes, is it really going to be 20 minutes? And if you can't get back in 20 minutes, you can always come in and be like, hey, it's going to be another 40 minutes or whatever, apologies. But you always have to be thinking from the other person's perspective, how is this being interpreted? Because in the future, when I tell them 20 minutes, I really want them to think it's going to be 20 minutes because that's really what I want it to be and not necessarily, uh, Tony said 20 minutes, so that could be 6 hours from now, or whatever it is. There are some people in here who I know, and this is just how they are. They'll be like, I'll be right back. And I know I won't talk to them till tomorrow. It's just how they are. And then there are other people who say, hey, I'll be right back. And I know they will be back in 5 minutes. They're just doing whatever. And that, it's whatever. Now, am I perfect at this? No. Sometimes I say, uh, I exaggerate and things like that. That's just how people can be. But generally, I do my best to be as accountable as I can to people. If I can tell you 5 characteristics that are really good in life to have, Tony, those would be accountability, which is, are you, can I, uh, that you do what you say you're going to do. It's as simple as that. Integrity. Can I trust you? Excellence. Do you do things to the best of your ability? Teamwork. Do you work well with others? And you can get into like do you promote things for the greater good? Do you try to make things as good as possible? When you combine those 5 aspects with both quality and quantity, you will be very successful in life. But you have to always kind of be thinking of those things. So I know it's taken a long time. You could say, Rabbi, one of the things that you do, you never shut up, and I understand that too. But did I answer your question?
Yes, yeah, you, you like, yeah, you can say that, yeah. But right, I'm gonna say like this. I'm not fully concentrated that in like 2 hours, like every minute. I'm not.
Well, you're
I'm not like over.
you're doing a good job. Um, and when I first met you, you were very, and you still are, but very focused on results, which is always good. Results driven philosophies are good, but like sometimes not the right results. Like, oh, that's flashy. Oh, that gets the girls. Oh, that makes you very popular. Oh, that gets you a lot of money. Those are those are some representations of what success can be. But really, the important thing is, are you happy? Do people like you? That's what's really important. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. If somebody asks you, tell me one thing about Tony. What one thing you can characterize in him?
He's very consistent.
I'm not. I don't do episode every day.
No, that's fine. That's fine. And that's like one of the highest compliments I can give you, Tony, is that you're consistent. Um, and you're getting better. But the fact that you've done 1,000 chess games in your life, 1,033, that shows that you can put together success. Whether you win the games or lose the games, you started about 3 years ago saying to yourself, I'm going to try to be good at chess. I'm not good at it, and I want to be good at it. And that is such a beautiful, it really, I mean to use that word, it's such a beautiful streak that you have going. And you know what? If you got hit by a bus tomorrow and you couldn't do it for a few days or whatever, I know that you would continue to do it, and you would. It's just something about you. You like you feel good when you have that checked off. Okay, I got that done, and I got that done, and I got that done. Like something that I've been doing. I've been doing this live stream for like 1,700 days. That's good. But one thing that I count every day, I teach a class, and I've been doing it like 220. Today will be my 228th straight day of it, and it's for at least an hour a day. It's a long time. Um, Reverend Andrew saw it yesterday, at least portions of it, and there's a lot that goes into it. But I keep saying to myself, I want to do this for the rest of my life. In addition to live streaming in my life, I'd like to at least teach an hour of class every day. And when you can start putting together long periods of time like that, that's very impressive. And maybe that's only what I think is interesting because I like consistency. But you'll find, especially in the modern age, people aren't as consistent as they once were. And for you to put together that amount of consistency is really important. And you will get into a period of your life where you're putting out a podcast every day. And you'll bank podcasts so that even if you're unable to put something out, you've got one that you could just it's already uploaded. All you have to do is hit publish. You'll get to that point. You know how to do that?
I know how to do that. Yeah.
Exactly.
I
So
know.
you basically just like bullets in a gun, you can have them ready to go. So that let's say you go on vacation, you're going to go on vacation for 3 days or whatever. You can schedule their release, and then they just go and they'll be launched for you automatically.
Maybe, yeah, yeah. I think that's true. I think you, yeah, yeah. Maybe one day I will be very famous.
Oh, for sure, dog. If you do anything in life consistently enough, chances are you will gain fame from it if that's what you want.
Maybe I will be like I show speed.
I think you'll be more famous than I Show Speed, especially in the future. No one will know about I Show Speed 1,000 years from now. They won't care about him. He's a guy who can do backflips and goes to the World Cup. You will have made, alongside me, predictions about millions of years into the future. That's what will be important. I Show
Yeah,
Speed isn't talking about 100 terabyte hard drives or reducing the infant mortality rate to under 2%. He's not talking about those things. You are.
yeah. What are you doing in this stream for your birthday? What is the special?
Um, well, I have celebrated five. Uh, let's see here. I've celebrated maybe five birthdays in here. And let me think. The early ones, I don't like to do a lot for my birthday. I really don't. I remember what I did last year. Um, I um, so last year, well, it was 227 days ago. I can tell you that because I started doing my class, and I said to myself, I made a video on my birthday, and I said I want to do this for the rest of my life. I've been planning on teaching these classes, and now I want to, and I want to do them every day. And I was just very confident. I was like, I know I'm going to do this the rest of my life. I'm almost like absolutely sure. Like, I just know it. I have a lot of confidence that I would do this. And sometimes I want to do something, but I don't ever get into the rhythm. But this was one I absolutely knew that I was going to do. And that's the thing that stuck out to me then. And I have people, friends, and people who reach out to me and stuff about, just wishing me happy birthday and that kind of stuff. Um, the year before, oh, I don't know. I mean, I'm on camera for them. But sometimes I'll order like different food or something, or I like in the early days of my stream, I did a lot of IRL streaming. So because I didn't have a Discord that I had to babysit, and I wasn't streaming from as many devices,
Yeah.
so I would go and play golf. I don't know if it was on my birthday necessarily, but it was around my birthday. I think I could be wrong, but I played like Donald Trump's golf course in Los Angeles. I've It's right on the ocean. It's beautiful. It's the nicest part of all of California. I've driven up and down California, the coast. I've been I haven't been everywhere in California, but I've been almost everywhere that's populated in California, and it's such beautiful land. It's literally it juts out into the ocean. It's absolutely gorgeous. Um, Let me think what else I've done. I had somebody visit me on the stream. They came and visited, and it was around that time. But
Can you imagine me and you on your birthday in the future? This
oh,
can be good.
oh yeah, for certain. You'll have enough money, and I'll have enough money. We'll be able to meet wherever we want. I mean, that's not a. You can hear how much confidence I have that I know I'm going to go viral. It's just a matter of time. But it would be like, um, how would I describe it? Uh, if you do anything in life enough, people will find out about it and they'll think it's interesting, and then there will be news about it. Like what? Um, well, so I was telling you, I think recently, there was a lady who recorded all of the news
Yeah,
for.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Well, that woman had documentaries made about her, and she didn't want to be famous. She was very, very private, but nevertheless, she has documentaries written, made about her. She's very famous now, but she didn't want to be famous when she was alive. She very much. She was like, she would wouldn't even open the door for people. She was very, very cautious. But I know that if I do this enough, like for instance, people who run really far distances, they'll like run across the United States. When they first start, nobody knows who they are, what they're doing, but the more and more people find out about it, by the time they get to their destination, they're doing newspaper articles on them and they're on the news and all this other stuff. And I know it's the same thing here. Uh, I've had people, Zoot included, Zoot likes to ask ChatGPT about when I'm going to go viral. And ChatGPT really says with each 5 year iteration, the chances go up and up. And I'm not quite at 5 years yet. I'm at uh, 4 years and like 10 months, something like that. And so once I hit 5 years, it's a lot different than saying, hey, I've been live 24/7 for more than 4 years, and being able to say, I've been live 24/7 for half a decade. That's a long period of time. Okay. And then people are like, well, why aren't you viral yet? And you explain to them, I get copyright strikes. I lose accounts. Issues occur when you are not botting yourself, where you're just like, in order to get famous online, you have to do something that many times goes against your morals. Like what? Playing a prank on somebody. I don't want to do that. I don't want to break the law. I don't, and I recognize the most famous television show in the United States, arguably of all time. It was ranked as for at least the 20th century. It was a show called Seinfeld. Have you ever heard of Seinfeld? Okay, so Seinfeld, it's a very famous comedian in the United States. The most famous show, had the highest ratings of many shows. And all television shows are about something in the United States. They're about a family. They're about a doctor. They're about a fast car, something. This was a show, and they sold this show as it's a show about nothing. And people would say, well, your show has to be about something. Everything has to be about something. And they would say it's about nothing. It's about daily life. And it was a very, 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 very famous show. It made its creator a billionaire. And it is still to this day a very popular show. But guess what? If you ask people what's that show about, they say it's about nothing. And that's in many ways my stream. It's about my life and it's about world history and everything, but it isn't something that necessarily has one. There are religious aspects to it, there are historical aspects to it, there are scientific aspects to it. There's a lot to it. It's about everything. By being about nothing, it's about everything. If you were to say to me, what is, for instance, like I Show Speed, what are his things about? I don't know. They're about like uh, big, big, cars and doing backflips and traveling the world and kind of stuff. Exactly. Uh, but I have more than 100 times more video of my life on the internet than that person does. That's a huge amount of data. And this data, from more than just being like, well, what is it and why is it interesting to me, is more interesting to AI. AI is going to use everything, all these conversations that we're having, and my aging process, and my sleeping schedule, and my biology to be able to build accurate models on humans. That's really important for accurate, for just artificial intelligence accuracy and micro behaviors and all of the other things that AI is picking up right now. So, in those terms, I know that if I do this long enough, it's going to get attention. And how is it going to get attention? I keep doing these podcasts. Random people start coming in here. Even at this point, uh, this time 2 years ago, I had none of these people in here. Nobody was in this Discord. We didn't even have 1,000 people in the Discord, really. Um, and I start, it's just that's just how it is. We're approaching.
So,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
You okay?
So, you are truly in your heart believe you can be most Google man on the planet, and I can be most famous guy from my country.
Absolutely.
Are you truly in your heart
Absolutely.
believe?
100%. Yes. I wouldn't say that. I'm not even saying it like there's a possibility. No, I'm saying this with certainty. Of course, there could be an asteroid that takes out Earth, that takes out all the servers and stuff. Yeah. But no, definitely, you will, in my opinion, be the most famous person from Czech Republic in global history.
Everyone, like, 20 years in the future, they're gonna teach about me in books of history.
That's correct. Just from the series that we're gonna do, we're gonna have like 100 hours of video of just talking about historic events that are planned to occur. That's a really important undertaking. You recognize you recognize that just in our streams together, if of all those stuff you've recorded, if you've done like 30 videos, but many of them are like only 20 or 30 minutes or something, um, and we've done like 6 hours worth of time together, already I'm like 1/20th of all of your time online. And we're going to expand that to the point where I'll probably be 50% of everything because of this series that we're doing. And those discussions that we have are going to be very important to future generations. And I don't know why no one is talking about futuretimeline.net. It's the greatest website in future information. I'm reading this and I'm like, wow, this is like, I don't know who created this, but this is like alien stuff.
Yeah, that's true. So, yeah, maybe in like 100 years, they're, they're gonna still know who is Tony is.
I think so. I think you'll still be alive in 100 years.
I don't know. Anything can happen.
That's true.
Do you have a plan? Okay, I am like this is question. Okay, okay. Do you have a plan, or do you have some? They take care of this if you are gone, like you are sooner than you think,
Then my life journey will be discovered by people in the future.
because like you have someone who can take your legacy.
You really can't replace me. I have an entire community of a cryptocurrency with lots of people who know about me in there, and they are the ones, whenever they think something's wrong, they come to me right away. And they'll be like, hey, I was looking and I saw that you weren't streaming. I'm like, yeah, I'm having to refresh do an update on my computer or something like that. So they're the first group of people who would worry or like who would follow my legacy. And then there are some people in there who I've gotten to know very well. Because you have to understand, I'm streaming it here, but I'm also streaming in the Telegram. They're hearing everything that I'm saying if they want to hop in there. And there are a lot of people in there.
They
And,
can hear people.
absolutely. And there are, they have like 10,000 people in there. And so, they're not all watching at once, but they've gotten to know me very well. And those people, those are the people who first, whenever, like, they're the ones who look for me the most. Um, and then, I mean, I have the people in the Discord here, but no one person could, like, carry this on. It's my story. And even if I were like, all right, I'm going to stop at 5 years or whatever, and I'm not going to do it anymore, I'm just going to go back to anonymity and nobody will know about me. Somebody, either 5, 10, 20, 30 years from now, would be on the internet like, what is all of this content? There's just 12 hours after 12 hours after 12 hours after 12 hours. Like, what is this? And they would start to listen to the conversations and they'd be like, oh, this person was just on this podcast, or this person was playing this game with this person, or this person was having this discussion on a timeline. All of this would be recorded, and they would tell a friend, look, I found the most interesting thing. Just like we have archaeologists who study ancient humans, or paleontologists who study fossils, or uh, people who study anthropology, human civilizations, they would study this.
Yeah, that's true. That's that's yeah, and maybe they are gonna study me too.
I think so.
I just don't want to be forgotten in the history of the human mankind.
You don't have to worry about that. You're on my stream. My stream is like a modern day Bible.
Yeah, I think our kids will have so much easier life than we have
We'll be able to get
because their dad is gonna be famous,
that.
rich as fuck.
That's true. That, I agree with you.
You will be godfather for my children.
For everyone's children, I'll be father of the world.
You will be like if I don't know anybody or something, we will go go to your uncle Robert.
That's
He
a
knows.
that's exactly right. Oh, of course.
He knows. But like, I don't know still why you like started. What was the moment, or why do you start the journey? What was the moment? What was the like? Something must have happened, and you are here. What happened?
Yeah, I mean, it was a combination of quite a few different things. But specifically, I went from having no social media and living a very religious background, and in my religion, it really rejecting a lot of social media and such, to having the rabbis around me say, you have to create these accounts because we're going to have services and we can't meet. We have to keep 6 feet of distance, and we're going to be meeting remotely every day and having classes every day. So it was really them prodding me, you got to do this in order to log in and such. And the idea, I mean, I remember it was 2017 that I was in a meeting and somebody was talking about the value of data. And they said that data was like the number 3 resource in the world at that time. And it was approaching petroleum and water. I remember at the time they were like, data is going to overtake water as Earth's most valuable resource. And this always stuck out in my head. And that, I mean, I have a successful career. I've launched apps on the App Store and Google Play. I have had certifications. I'm educated. I became a rabbi 5 years ago. And I thought, how could I better the world? In what way? And I could work for a kosher organization. I could work as a community rabbi. But frankly, none of those are very attractive to me. Usually the people who go into that they need a job. I didn't need a job. I had already had a successful craft. I had already had a successful career. And I recognized that I was already living my life 12 hours a day online. Why not just make the other 12 hours online? Uh, there's more to it. I mean, there's like the idea. There's a very famous movie called The Truman Show that I always thought this would be interesting, and I had heard about people archiving television before. Um, so, and you know, I Tony, you're like, well, there had to be something more. There was something more. I had a dream that I would do this and I would become the most famous person in global history. And it was like a dream, almost like alien. It was like aliens like told me exactly what to do, including to do podcasts and to start a series archiving history's events into the future. The thing that we're doing with the timeline, remember I told you like I had a dream to do this and I didn't know with whom I would do it, but you're the person with whom I would do it. And it was a dream unlike I'd ever had before. And it could have just been a normal dream, but it felt like it was very detailed, very, very detailed of just what I would do. And I remember this happened in fall of 2021, that I would start by streaming my golf swing and it would just expand, and I would everything that I've done, like I would run into challenges, but these would be very interesting to people in the future. And it was like, the best way I could describe it is, imagine a friend had seen all of the footage and they were telling it back to me how I did it, how I was able to escape death through life extension technology, reverse aging, and mind uploading technology, how I was able to create more data than any person ever, how I was able to utilize this data as a platform for good, how I was able to monetize this data and make more money than any person ever, how I was able to have many children, many children, because women wanted to have my sperm. They wanted somebody who was so smart who would come up with this. They wanted to reproduce with that person. How I was able to have a core family, and exactly, I even know in this dream who I'm going to marry. That's why I'm not so focused on dating or anything, because it was like, you're gonna marry this person, and they were like, okay, well, I know I don't say her name, but I know exactly who she is, and I know who her family is. I know, but I don't like I don't I don't go into it. Like but I know exactly who it is. That's why
It's like
if I told you, Tony, all you have to do is do this, and then you're gonna marry the most beautiful woman on earth, you'd be like, okay, I'll do that. It was basically, I was told everything what to do in this dream, and I'd done it. And you know, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm starting to gain more and more traction. You have to understand, I did this the first year. I didn't talk to anybody on stream, barely anybody, just people in the chat of my YouTube. The second year, I got more into social media. The third year, I created the Discord. The fourth year, we've really expanded into podcasts. Like, it's growing, and it's taken time. But in answer to your question, I had a dream that was unlike any other dream that I've ever had in my entire life. It was very vivid. It was almost like, uh, this isn't what happened, but those people who talk about alien abductions that are like really, really like vivid dreams or whatever, it was like that, but it wasn't an alien abduction. It was just, uh, it was a conversation that took place at a rabbinical colleague's house in a dream, and I was just basically like communicated like all this really interesting stuff. But I was also told in this dream, some of it's not going to come true. And it's going to be really funny in the future. You're going to make some predictions that are wrong, but you're going to make far more predictions that are right. And
right, but like okay, sorry, quick interruption, sorry,
that's okay.
but like when you are first like talking with someone, it was like weird feeling. Yes,
Online,
it was like yes.
no, because I had done that with like I'm a member of the Freemasons, and I've done that with my Freemasonic Lodge, and I've done that with people in like various synagogues, and I've done that with like uh, business colleagues. So like I had done that already online, so that wasn't too new to me.
Are you not scared when you are going to be that famous? Like they come for you. I'm not saying like police or jail, but like they come for you with contract to sell your soul and this stuff. I don't know if I ask this, but
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Um, I don't really fear it. Frankly, I don't live my life in fear. Uh, if somebody wanted to stop me, they could stop me. And the the thing is, there's so much information that I've put out there that it's very hard to stop. If they were like, you have to sign this or we're going to kill you, okay, then kill me. My legacy, move on. I have created so much data. You can't really cancel me. I have so much data out there, so many different accounts. You really have to get rid of significant chunks of the internet to be able to get rid of me. And in my own way, I have felt protected during this. In some ways, in other ways, I felt very vulnerable. But I don't I don't necessarily control what the future holds. So, somebody could try to end me if they wanted to, and that's fine. But I know that my legacy will continue, and whether it's appreciated in this generation or a future generation, it would be like a person who wrote a lot of books. The person who wrote the most amount of fiction in the history of the world is a guy named uh,
Stanley.
no, it's not Stanley. Is a guy named let me think of his name. L. Ron Hubbard. Do you know who L. Ron Hubbard is? He started the Church of Scientology in the 20th century. And he basically started his own religion. He wrote so much that he started his own religion. And if you do enough of anything, there's a lot for people to go through. And in the same way, I mean, I don't want to start my own religion. I'm very happy being an Orthodox Jew, but I know that I'll have a big impact on society. It's different than just somebody playing a Call of Duty game or Madden or FIFA. It's the story of my entire life.
We're going to beat you so bad in FIFA. Everyone is so testing.
My friend, you're not going to touch me. And
Yes, I will.
and on your best day, you won't be able to touch my worst day.
I will going to beat you so much in FIFA. You will gonna go and try to your mommy.
Okay, well, perhaps you think that, and that's a cool story, and everybody, can listen to you what you think, but generally, I don't think you're right. I think I'm going to destroy you. I know I'm the best, and that's that. It's as simple as that. It's very, very simple. But if you want to beat me at FIFA, go ahead, beat me at FIFA. I could care less. All I care about is that you don't live stream more than I do. If you live stream more than I do, that's going to bring me some concern. Though I would say, hey, if you can do it, that's great. I've created about 100 years worth of content. You know how much content you've created on the internet? Generally, if you don't include my streams, even if we include the time that we've done together, you have created about 20 hours worth of content, right? So not even one day. I've created, and that's with you doing a podcast before you knew me and everything. I've created about 1,700 times more content on the internet than you have. And you have a podcast. Wait, actually, that's just on one stream. If you include all my streams, it's like 50,000 times more content than you've created. More, well, yeah, probably somewhere around this. Like, it's more than you or I can surmise. It's just so much information. And, um, it's kind of like a thing for the world to discover in the future. And there are people who are like, oh, don't you want to get married or don't you want to have children? I still am going to get married, God willing, and I'm still going to have children, God willing. I just had to delay it a little bit for this project. It hasn't really bothered me. And if I needed to, let's say somehow, some way, my entire bank account got drained and I had to immediately uh, go to work, I could work remotely. I did that for the first year that I did this stream. I worked remotely, and I could do it again. Like that wouldn't stop me. Um, and even if, let's say, somebody said you're not allowed to stream anymore for whatever reason, I still have 5 years worth of content up there, far more than anybody else has ever recorded. And the further away we get from the time, the more interesting that the streams become, because it's like looking at old pictures. The older the picture, the more interesting it is. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good. All right. So with that, are you gonna do some editing?
Yeah, I have to do some work. Yeah.
Okay. And I've got some work to do as well. And then you're gonna go to bed probably a little bit later. And I've got a podcast to be on this afternoon. But you come back tomorrow and let me know how it went. And if you need anything from me in the meantime, I'm here for you. Okay, big man?
Yeah, okay. And like, did you check that email for my big guys?
Yeah, I check every day. Yeah. I don't know what happened to that guy. Um, did you if I were you, I would go to his website and just ask him, hey, do you want to be on my podcast? Because he does want to be on podcast.
what happened because
And
like I was like,
as I said to you, his message to me went in my spam folder. So there's a chance that our messages to him went to his spam folder.
yeah. So
So
like,
so
yeah. So like, follow him.
no. You don't know. No, that's not what a contact page is. You take his name, put it into his website. He has a contact page, and he has a form that you fill out, and you say, "Hi, I'm Tony. I want you to be on my podcast," and he will get back to you.
Did you, did I ever have your personal phone number, or this is like higher level?
Um, did you ever have it? I generally don't give out my phone number just because I don't take calls. I don't like having people having to take telephone calls. I find it to be very freeing not to ever have to take telephone calls. So I'll take them when I need to, or if I need to call out or something. But generally, I don't want to have people be like, "Oh, I called you, you didn't pick up." I don't want it. I don't want that extra worry. Um, it's like very freeing that I don't. I mean, like my friends have like they text me and stuff, but yeah, don't worry. In the future, but in the future you'll have it. But as of right now, you have to understand. If I give it out,
No,
there's a very
I'm not like,
there's a very good chance that people well, and I've got people prank calling me, and they'll just get mad because I made a clip of them on Twitch, and they'll just call just to bother me, and so I have to like mute them or whatever. Uh,
I know I'm not deserving yet this
no, it's not.
privilege.
It's really not that. I don't like taking calls. I don't like having to interrupt my day when I like. Even with my friends, we just text each other really. We will call or we will do a voice call, but we usually text each other first and say, "Hey, are you available for a call or whatever?" Um, and generally with people on here, unless I'm gonna meet them in real life, I generally don't give out my telephone number to them. I have a lot of different telephone numbers because
Oh,
I'm on so many different platforms. So some people have some of my other numbers, but um, and that I will give out. But generally, like I have one telephone number. If, if you wanted to know, it's 1-310-388-3588. But it is like I have it connected to other numbers as well, and generally, for the most part, I do my best to take calls on those other numbers. I use that number generally for like people I know
so
IRL.
like, so like, what if I need to call you but I don't have a Wi-Fi? How can I, in the future,
Yeah,
how can I,
if you didn't have Wi-Fi,
yeah, in the future,
you mean if you
how
didn't?
can I
You mean if you?
contact you?
You mean if you didn't have the internet?
Yes.
Um, you could come visit me. Um,
You think that would,
yeah, I mean, I've had people come visit me who I'd never met before, and they just met me in a call, and they were like, "Hey, I'm a fan. Can I come visit you?" I've had them do it multiple times. Um,
but I want to be your fan because like fan, like
they, they,
I'm
they,
your
they.
fan.
Wait, hold on. They transitioned from fan to friend, and then we became very good friends. And I've seen them move to different countries and get different jobs, and I've helped them in different ways. Like they became my friend. So you aren't a fan. You are already my friend. Um, but like generally, like if the internet went out, there aren't a lot of different ways that people can get a hold of people aside from just connecting with them um, via in real life. If the internet entirely went out, then you're saying, well, there are phone lines that people could use, but a lot of those phone lines are based on the internet. Uh, I I like the like there are some channels like you have my email. which is probably like I don't give my email out to everybody, and that's like a higher level of getting to know me, and 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 I Discord message with you. I don't let everybody Discord message me. Um, oh no, definitely, because I get so many different messages from people that like it's an overwhelming amount. Uh, when you're live on as many different platforms as I am, you get people who, hey, join my Discord, or hey, what's up, or whatever. Like they're just bored or whatever. So you have a bunch of different channels to connect with me. You have my email, which like Zoo doesn't have my email. Miss Aquarius doesn't have my email. Brandon doesn't have my email. Uh, Reverend Andrew doesn't have my email. Now they do have Discord where they can connect with me, and uh, if needed, I would know how to connect with them. But like once I'll tell you this, Tony. Once I go viral, you'll have my number. You can contact me whenever you want. We'll FaceTime whenever you want. We'll be able to travel the world and have penthouses and do whatever we want. But like as of right now, I don't see a need necessarily for me to have to take an international call from Tony when you can just contact me on Discord.
Yeah,
But if you were like, hey, I'm gonna be in Los Angeles, or we went viral or something. Oh, Tony, you need to have my number because you need to be able to connect with me and call me when you land or whatever because I'll pick you up at the airport.
this can happen. This can pretty much happen.
I wouldn't
I
say
think so.
I wouldn't say pretty much. I think it's only a matter of time.
Maybe, maybe in the future I will be famous friend. I will be friend of more famous person on internet
I think just no in global history.
in global history. More than Mr. Beast,
More than George
more than
Washington, more than Napoleon, more than Moses.
more than
Everybody.
but like when you are going to be viral, like in because in that time Discord will be full of people,
That's
and
what.
maybe
Hold on.
and maybe the channel
That's
will
why.
be
That's why I have all of these channels in here so that we're ready for it.
maybe like in this main when you are in the main channel right now, it's like gonna be maximum of people. So maybe I will not gonna be able to be here.
Let's worry about that when it comes. That's why below this I have Rabbi Rothschild's arena. You can have like 100,000 people in there, so I'm not too worried.
Wow.
Do you see below here it says Rabbi Rothschild's arena?
Yes.
Yeah, so I can have like, or I think they expanded it maybe to 1 million people, just a huge amount of people. And I have Twitter Spaces that I could have 1 million people in or more. I'm not too worried about that, and um, it's just again I say it.
Rabbi interview. That's interesting.
Yeah, I have some. I don't have all the interviews in there just because it takes too long to upload them all. But you can see some of my old interviews there.
What do you say before I cut you off?
It just takes a long time to upload everything in there, and you upload to one thing and then you got to upload to another thing and another thing and another thing, and so those are just some of my old interviews, and
LinkedIn. You have LinkedIn. You have LinkedIn
yeah.
room. Wow. You are not on the LinkedIn.
Pardon me,
You are not on the LinkedIn.
I am on LinkedIn.
You have what you tell me your name.
Michael Rothschild.
Okay. I'm gonna friends with you. Right now. I can't. Oh, I can't.
Yeah, no.
Honestly.
Um, I I keep that for people with whom I work. I don't mix my work and my whatever my live streams.
So you are not like me. Like more people. Like you are not that.
No, I have like I don't know 700 people or some 600 people on LinkedIn, but I know them. I mean, I've worked with them, and so those are the people I have on LinkedIn. I
Snapchat.
yeah, I don't treat LinkedIn like who how can I get the most amount of people? That's not what I use it for.
You have Snapchat.
Yeah, I've like 12 different Snapchat accounts.
Wow. That's interesting. But I cannot wait to have MySpace because I will be a crashing with MySpace.
Yeah, I'm excited for it to come back as well.
You will have 1 million subscribers in one space.
Perhaps one day.
Okay, I need to go. Really, I would love to talking with you, but I have some things to do.
I know. All right. Keep me posted, big dog. It was good catching up and good job today. Staying awake and we did like 3 hours. That was really good.
Yeah, we need 3 hours. So yeah, but like okay, so one more thing. So like the first interview, I was going to do like half and half. The one 2027 and 2028. Yes.
Yeah, 2027 you're gonna and 2028 you're gonna cut that in two, and you're gonna make
Okay,
one for
okay.
2027 and then one for
And
2028.
I will going to like the take a ending what we done this and bring that.
If you want to do that, yes, absolutely.
Okay. Or like I can bring ending. I don't have to do that for 2028 because it is ending is there already
Yeah, but I would
because we
I
done
would
it.
yeah, but I would just add it to the end of that just so that they're all the same.
Okay. But like you said, same is not good.
No, it's not good at the beginning, but at the end it's fine.
Okay. I will see. I will see.
Okay.
And yeah, and I will going to talk to you soon as I can, soon as I need somebody to
Okay.
talk to me. And yeah,
Sounds like a plan, big dog.
that's
Take
it.
care.
And yeah, and we are gonna break the matrix.
Absolutely.
Okay, have a nice episode.
Thank you.
Good luck.
I appreciate it. Take care, big dog.
So, say to my next big chess opponent, Reverend Andrew. He is sleeping like a baby right now.
Like a baby. Yeah, exactly. But we'll make sure
A
you guys
baby.
get together and
Yeah.
we'll figure it out. Look, before you go, do you see you're on your phone, right?
Yes.
Okay. Press the screen and do you see where it pops up where you have like you can end the call or you can turn on your camera?
Yes.
Pull up on that, like slide up, that's a slider. And then do you see
Mm-hmm.
activities?
Yes. Yes. Activities. These stupid things. Yeah. 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 I
Oh,
see that. Yeah.
okay, now click on activities. And then do you see chess in the park?
King here. Activities. Chess. Yeah. 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 I have it. Yeah. Yeah.
That's how you play chess.
Okay.
Okay, now you know.
But if we right now playing chess, I will beat you. and I was so fucking beat you, and then we never finished.
Cool story, bro. Once I go viral, we'll play chess.
Yeah, that is gonna be like most viewed match in the history.
Perhaps, my friend.
Okay, I really need to go. Talk to you soon, and yeah,
Excellent. I love your enthusiasm. Take care, buddy.
talk to you too. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
my sweet grandpa. Bye bye.
He's Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, he's my sweet grandpa.
That's right. Very funny.
Yep.
Take care.
Yep. Take it.
Bye.
Stand fast, boom, and was. Let's not forget D-Madness, everybody, the fucking legendary D-Madness. D-Madness is blind and black. So he definitely has not seen his kids. Let's be real. Let's keep it real. On that note, and this is close to real, I was told Kevin Hart was going to be here. But, like D-Madness, he didn't show up. So, Harlan Williams, you will be Kevin Hart for the rest of this show. Kevin's so short and black, I call him David Lucas's life expectancy. Boom, double black rose. Two black ribs, one joke. Kevin has to get on his tippy toes, deep It's been a lot of time doing VR. Vaginal rape. Make some noise. Come on. I had to marry an Asian woman because her squinty eyes can't see how ugly I am. Make some noise. Every time I leave the strip club, I have stains on my pants. But it's from the Buffalo Wings. We know the guy's column. Make some noise. This crap sucks. Celebrating, and this is true, his 19th year in comedy. I am talking about the one and only Tom Hinchcliffe. He's going to show us how it's fucking done tonight with the John Frankie segment. He's going to close it out. Everybody on your fucking feet for the kid. Timmy, you made a big mistake giving this hungry wolf the mic. Let me show you how it's done. Redman's club has high ceilings. Redman, you're not supposed to give your ceilings weed. Alright, okie dokie. Okay, I'm gonna try out one of the roasts from the Kevin again. Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Sorry, Timmy, no breaks, ladies and gentlemen, so play along, everybody. Okay, I'm going to try out one of the roasts from the Kevin Hart thing. Here it goes. Kevin works out. Too bad his movies aren't also having enough success so that people consider them to also be working out in the same sense as exercise. Guys, give him another chance. He knows he's going to get it back, guys. Give him another chance. Timmy, no breaks. Here, I love that guy. Ring, ring. Hello, Mr. President. What? There's a food shortage because Red Man ate all the food, so there isn't any left. All right, now we're gonna do a 30-minute Q&A. Who has a question? Timmy no breaks. Everybody produces his own segments and writes everything.
I have nothing else to say. That was really bad. I thought it was going to be a lot better. You're the fucking best. I have so much fun with you. Stay down. Fuck yeah.
Timmy no breaks, ladies and gentlemen. And what a way to end tonight's episode. How about a hand for the guy with the mop that's looking around with a flashlight, running around. He's the hero of the night. Did you guys have fucking fun tonight, huh? It's a long episode. How about one more time for Teddy Swings, Jelly Roll, Derek Flynn, Rod White, fucking Tony Hinchcliffe, ladies and gentlemen. Believe it or not, this Saturday, everybody, Dr. Phil. Everything in between, the Green Item Ray, Kill Tony Hall of Famer. Fiona Pauly, Tony Scar, Jonah Rosa, Christina Mariani, Ari Batty, David Lucas, Martin Phillips. So many greats tonight. How loud can this place get with a great, powerful guest of the year 2025, Harlan Williams, ladies and gentlemen? Don't forget Wingman 26 streaming. You're gonna love it, Wingman. Thank you, Tony. And how about one more time for one of our fucking favorites, frontrunner 2026 guests of the year, one of the best of all time, Gabriel Iglesias, ladies and gentlemen.
In case you guys are wondering where I was, I brought the black guy all the way to his car.
Let's check out the art from our artist. That's local artist Ryan J. Email drawing all the way from the beginning of the show. And the great Chris Rogers from Austin, Texas. We did it again, right, man?
It's great being back in LA. Missed you guys. Fucking love you. Thank you so
We
much.
love you. And this should come see us again. Madison Square Garden, August 7th and 8th. Austin, New Year's Eve. Tickets going on sale for that soon. Dallas, Houston, everything. We love you. Bring you up in the Intuit Dome. How you feel, Hendrick?
I feel fucking amazing.
What does that make you feel?
There's no love there. They only build in-ground pools are trash.
Mark Johnson, the one and only. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Los Angeles are mostly under children's men.
I gotta tell you, if you lost your phone, just melt those teeth. You can make anything. A real pool in the state of Texas. See, don't laugh, people be. Just follow your dreams. You don't laugh, people be mean to you. I had somebody tell me, because they said, what's your dream? I said, I want the biggest above ground pool in the state of Texas. And then they said, Texas, above ground swimming pools are trash. No, nigga, they're safe. So if it's safe, then it's fun. I don't fuck with in-ground swimming. Fuck in-ground swimming pools. No, I can't swim. I just ain't doing the math. Still got no respect for the non-swimmer. That shit go from 3 to 8 feet way too swiftly. Playing Marco Polo all of a sudden ain't no more dead fruit. And if we being honest, the search in-ground swimming pools, nobody Nobody's in them during the summertime. Nobody's having fun. There's no love there. They only build embryo swimming pools at their house so they can raise the property value for the divorce. But I dare you Google search any above ground swimming pool in this great nation. I guarantee you it's got too many niggas in there. It's got too many. They got a trampoline on one side and a basketball goal on the other side. And a chubby nigga on the roof saying, watch this. And nigga, I want. This is the time I love y'all. I'm in Los Angeles, California. In the Intuit Dome. How you feel, Ninja? I feel fucking amazing! We went from Teddy swims to Teddy can't swim. There's my brother, too. You know him? I've known Teddy for almost 17, 18 years. Poor Knuckles over there crying. I'm looking at his cute little fucking white fingernails right now. Look at him crying over there. DJ, tell me. You said meet me at the top. And we here now. Oh, shit. We here now, Teddy. Teddy's about 11 feet tattoos away from doing blackface. How does that make you feel? He got a black boy, so we'll give him a bang. That man's got soul. One more time. I just checked out Lego. How do I feel it? Man, I was good until I lost my phone. Oh, yeah, you did. I don't got no phone right now. It's impossible till I get help. I went to the garage and people are thinking I'm buying another phone. They said, yeah, we don't need no card. I said, well, my phone's missing. My phone's in the car. And then they looked me dead in my face. They said, can you snap me? I gotta tell you, if you lost your phone, just bounce those teeth. You can make that easy. Although I gotta tell you, man, I've never seen anyone wear coleslaw so nicely. You look like you got coleslaw. Oh, he's wearing coleslaw. You alright, aren't you? Harlan Williams. Oh my God. He's got a huge mouth. Harlan's packing over here. I looked. Oh, I looked. I see the profile.